Hello everyone, this is our band of snow associated with our clipper system. So as you can see, the snow is mainly across the upper Midwest right now, across Indiana, most of Illinois, and into eastern Iowa, and even southeastern Wisconsin. The heaviest snow right now is across eastern Iowa and central and western Illinois. Most of the heavier snow is south of Chicago. I think that's the way it's going to stay. I do think that central Illinois and into central and western Indiana here, this area, again just south of Chicago, is going to get the heaviest snow over the next couple of hours. So a quick 3 to 5 inches of snow is expected, and this snow will continue to move east throughout the night, and it will reach the eastern seaboard by tomorrow. Okay, but right now the heaviest snow is across central Indiana, central Illinois, and eastern Iowa. And so these areas that you can see here in the darker blue and the lighter green, that's where the heaviest snow is currently, and those are the areas that could pick up a quick 3 to 5 inches through tonight. And then this is going to weaken as it moves east, so snow accumulations will be less the further east you go. Also watch out for lake effect over here, western Michigan. There could be some lake effect. And as you can see, if you look over the radar here, northwestern New York up here, there's some lake effect, and then there's some lake effect across western New York. Not northwestern Pennsylvania, although you could see some lake effect at some point, but right now it's confined to western New York State over here. Obviously, when you have lake effect bands like these two up here, watch out for heavier accumulation than other areas. So that's the current radar. The NAM is the most recent model run, has the most recent model run, so we're going to use that. It's the North American model. So first we'll talk about our clipper system. So here is our piece of energy, 500 millibar map. See if I can zoom in a little bit. That's a little too much. Okay, here is our 500 millibar map. So there's our piece of energy. That's where it is. It's currently across the upper Midwest. Pretty potent, actually, pretty intense. Not a strong storm. It's just kind of a random piece of energy here, but it's holding its own. And here's that snow band on our precipitation map. It's currently dropping some heavy snow across the upper Midwest. So this is the model run from 7 p.m. tonight. We move along. Sorry, this is where we were. We move along. Next run. This is later tonight. Your piece of energy is concentrated across Ohio, southern Indiana, eastern Illinois, and northern Kentucky. This is where the main piece of energy is, so that's where your heavier snow is going to be. On your precipitation map, you can see it extends into Ohio, eastern Illinois, southwestern Pennsylvania, and across most of northern West Virginia. So that'll be later tonight, so expect snow to spread into those areas, I would say, after midnight. And we go ahead one more time. Your piece of energy is now over Pennsylvania and West Virginia. This is tomorrow morning. And now you can see it's weakened a little bit. It's not as potent. If you go back here, look at, you have deeper red, lighter purple. Watch how it kind of fades away a little bit, and it becomes a little more disorganized. So this piece of energy weakens as it comes east. By tomorrow morning, your band of snow is covering most of Pennsylvania, most of New Jersey, most of upper New York State. It is leaving Ohio. Most of West Virginia is covered. You can see there's a little bit of heavier snow across Maryland, West Virginia, and southern Pennsylvania. We expect that's where the heavier part of the snow band is going to be throughout the day tomorrow. Philly and Washington, D.C. are included in that. We are expecting a couple of inches for those areas. And throughout the afternoon, your piece of energy here, which is concentrated over southern Pennsylvania, Maryland, and West Virginia, which is, again, where the heavier snow will be, this will move east. So we go from here to there. Your piece of energy now crosses the Mason-Dixon line off the coast. It is now south of Long Island by Tuesday evening. Your band of snow is now concentrated again over southern New England. New York City and Long Island are included, and even into upstate New York, even into Burlington and Vermont. Again, that's not going to be much in New England, up in these northern areas. We're not expecting a lot of snow. The heavier snow will be further south. Okay? So then, your piece of energy, which is now just south of Long Island, moves up and out. Okay? So that's the timeline. Snowfall map. Here we go. I modified a little bit because if you looked at the radar, I originally had the 3 to 5 a bit further south, but there is some heavier snow not far from Chicago, so I brought my 3 to 5 line up just a little farther north. Chicago, I'm thinking 2 to 4 inches for you. 2 to 4 inches. I don't think you're going to get more than that. Detroit, I'm thinking 1 to 3. Maybe you could see locally 4, but I'm going to go with 1 to 3. The 3 to 5 line is going to be concentrated throughout central Illinois, central and northern Indiana, into Ohio. Cleveland should be included in the 3 to 5 if I'm getting that location correct. So Cleveland, watch out, 3 to 5. Pittsburgh, I would say 2 to 4 for you. You're not in the 3 to 5 range. I'll put you in 2 to 4. That'll be tomorrow. West of this line I'm drawing right now is going to be mainly Monday night, tonight, into early tomorrow. Most of Pennsylvania is going to see 1 to 3. State College, 1 to 3. Tomorrow the snow spreads again into Maryland, southern Jersey, and central Pennsylvania. So tomorrow State College will see 1 to 3. Philadelphia, 1 to 3. Washington, D.C., 1 to 3. Mountains in West Virginia could pick up 3 to 6. And then even lowland areas, 3 to 5 inches across most of West Virginia. Central and southern, 1 to 3. Northern Virginia could pick up a quick 1 to 3 inches out of this as well. Delaware could pick up a quick 1 to 3. Southern Jersey, Atlantic City could pick up a quick 1 to 3 inches out of this. Then that piece of energy weakens as it heads east, so coating to 1 inch for southern New England. Boston, I'm expecting snow showers, coating or less. Albany, just a coating. You have lake effect snow, watch out back here for tonight to tomorrow. These areas I showed you on radar already, so obviously you get more snow there. Poughkeepsie coating, maybe half an inch. New York City, Long Island coating to 1 inch. Not really expecting more than that. Maybe a couple of areas could pick up 2 inches, but that depends on where the snow band is more intense, which we think is further south. So coating to 1 inch, I'm thinking there. Trenton could pick up 1 inch or 2. And most of Connecticut will be coating to 1 inch. Rhode Island coating to 1 inch. Nantucket coating to 1 inch. And that's the basic breakdown of the Clipper system. So moving away from the Clipper system, we are now going to go ahead and talk about the intrusion of Arctic air that will be visiting our area throughout the rest of the week. So I believe this is where we were. We are now on Wednesday afternoon. This is where we'll go from. So this is Wednesday afternoon. Okay? Our Clipper system has just moved through. It's all the way up here. Now, you have all of this energy. This is a trough. It's what we call a trough. It's an elongated area of energy. And whenever you have a trough swinging on through, especially one that's this strong, you get a shot of colder, sometimes Arctic air behind it. So if we go along, see, this is a pretty potent trough. This is going to swing through Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday evening. And there is a slight chance that there could be a line of snow showers or snow squalls out ahead of this Wednesday afternoon for New England, going down into central Pennsylvania, and maybe into southern eastern New England as well, including Long Island and New York City. There's a slight chance. However, notice how the trough is positively tilted. So I really think that southern New England, lower Hudson Valley, New Jersey, Long Island, New York City, I think we stay dry for Wednesday. However, western New York State, western Pennsylvania, up into Burlington and Vermont, I think you will get some snow showers on Wednesday as this thing moves through because there is moisture by the Great Lakes. But because this thing is positively tilted, I think the coast stays dry because it won't be sucking moisture in from the ocean. So that's Wednesday. We'll keep an eye on that, though. Moving on, this trough is going to move through by Wednesday night, and behind it you have all this cold Arctic air. So if you look at our high and low map, whenever you see a big area of high pressure with a lot of isobars around it, that generally means you have a colder air mass building in. And let me tell you folks, this is the coldest shot of air we've seen all year, that we will see all year so far. And just to give you an idea, I'm going to go to Weatherbell, really good website. I really suggest that if you like looking at forecast models, you subscribe. It is $20 a month. It has a lot of neat stuff on here. It makes looking at the weather models very easy. We're going to go to temperatures. Let's see if I can pick this out correctly. No, that's Wednesday morning. I want to go Wednesday afternoon. Okay, so Wednesday afternoon, this is what the European model projects. So that trough, which is across New England and central New York State, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. So the trough is here. Notice how we have 20s, which is still pretty cold, but behind it we have teens, we have 12, 13, 10 single digits going all the way back into the upper Midwest here. So this is all cold air coming on eastward. So focusing on southern New England, because that's my primary forecast area. For Wednesday, we're going to have highs in the mid to upper 20s. For most of the region, including Long Island and New York City, mid to upper 20s. So keep that in mind with a chance of a snow shower. Now, Wednesday night, things change. So this is later Wednesday night. Check this out. We have single digits going all the way back into Pennsylvania here, back into Ohio, single digits. And you have teens and single digits across Long Island and New York City. So for Lower Hudson Valley, southern New England, we are expecting temperatures to range anywhere from 0 degrees to about 10 or 15 degrees Wednesday night, with wind chills below 0. As that trough moves through, we will get some gusty winds. Now check this out. Central and northern New England, you're below 0. You're like negative 10, negative 15 degrees for lows on Wednesday night. This is really the most potent shot of Arctic air we've seen, so keep this in mind. Look at these temperatures. And then on Thursday, during the day, we're going to have trouble getting out of the teens and 20s. You see, Long Island and New York City, we're in the upper teens to lower 20s for Thursday. Maine will have trouble getting above 0. And most of the Northeast here, highs will range generally from 10 to 20 degrees on Thursday. Again, with wind chills, probably close to 0. 0 to 10 degrees, wind chills for Thursday. So that's something else I wanted to talk about. And Thursday night will be equally cold. We'll be in the mid to upper teens. Friday we warm up a little bit, but then, skipping ahead here, going back to the NAM, this next piece of energy on Friday is our next Clipper system. That could deliver another round of snow showers, light snow with a coating to an inch or two for most of New England, extending back down through central Pennsylvania State College. I'll include you in this threat, going down into central New Jersey, Long Island, and New York City. So this area that I'm circling right now with my mouse, most of New England, extending back down into northern portions of the Mid-Atlantic. Watch out for Friday, because I think we could get another band of snow, dropping possibly a coating to an inch or two. And then this moves through, and we get another shot of Arctic air for the weekend. Alright, so we are in a wintry pattern. However, although it's cold enough for big snowstorms, the dip in the jet stream is still not ideal for troughs like this to come south and then form storms that come up the coast. The dip in the jet stream is too wide still. You need a narrower dip, so that the piece of energy that comes down here comes all the way down to the south, forms the storm off the coast of the Carolinas or Florida, and then comes back up. But because the dip is wide, you have Clipper systems coming through. So my prediction for the next couple of weeks, given the pattern we're in, is I think we're going to see an onslaught of Clipper systems bringing periods of light snow and very cold temperatures. So that's my short to medium range forecast. Here's the second Clipper system. I've been looking at a couple more Clipper systems for next week as well. Alright? So, for those of you who want big snow, it's still not looking good. But good for those of you who don't like snow, because all we're going to be worrying about is basically just an onslaught of systems that bring 1 to 3 inches or according to an inch or two. Alright, thank you for watching. We'll post another update tomorrow.